guys, welcome to my channel. Now Jouer Cosmetics recently came out with a limited edition collection called the Skinny Dip collection. There's an eyeshadow palette, then there's a lip topper, and I'm not sure what else, but there are two new limited edition highlighters. I think they are called the just powder highlighter. I think Jouer's highlighters are just called as a powder highlighters. This is the box that it came in. It says Skinny Dip in like in an embossed way, and then it has like what it looks like water droplets on the four corners of the box. So the actual box looks very pretty, and it doesn't say anywhere here that it is limited edition, this product, but all the in all the promo pics and all the information about the collection, everywhere it says limited edition. Now the Skinny Dip collection can be found in Jouer's website, jouercosmetics.com, I think, and at Beautylish. Now I bought mine at Beautylish. And what else? Yeah, and the amount of product that you get here is 4.5 grams, and these retail for $24, just like their highlighters in their permanent line. The permanent line also retail for $24, and the amount of product that you get is also 4.5 grams. There's no difference, it's just the same. And what else? And these are made in US. Yes, this is made in the US, and the ingredients from what I saw is exactly same as the ones that you can find in their permanent line. So there are no changes in the ingredient list. The formulation is exactly the same, and the formulation, it says this is a powder creamy formula. The short description in the back of the box, it says this creamy powder formula is long wearing, highly pigmented in layers with our best selling cream highlighter. Anyways, let's look at the actual product. There are two highlighters, one called Skinny Dip. It looks, now the packaging is exactly the same. There is no special packaging in the actual product. I don't want to show it to you guys because it's highly reflective and can be blinding. So it doesn't have anything that says Skinny Dip on the top of the box. It's completely plain actually. At the back of the packaging, it has the name of the product, the shade name, and then the amount of product that you get, and it says it's made in the US. Now this is tan lines. You have like a bronze shade. It looks bronze to me, but the description is a little bit different. I'll get to that. Then this is tan lines, the darker shade. The lighter shade is called Skinny Dip. I think this entire collection is inspired from their Skinny Dip lip topper. I think that's what it's called, Skinny Dip. Lip topper is nothing but a lip gloss which has like a glitter particle. It's like a metallic lip gloss, which really became very popular. So this entire collection, I think, is inspired from that one particular product and that shade. So anyways, let's get into the swatches. Now this is actually described as, both are described as like a peachy kind of a shade. Now the darker shade is described as, this darker shade tan lines is described as deep peachy bronze. That is true, it has very strong bronze tones to it. It looks very brown to me actually. In person it looks very brown. And let's swatch that. So that is tan lines. Let's do some brush swatches. So that is tan lines. Let me just do one more. Let's see how. So that is tan lines. Oops, where's the wipe? Here we go. Then the lighter shade is actually called Skinny Dip. So Skinny Dip is again described, this also is described along the lines of peach. Now this is described as golden peach with shimmer finish. So that is like a peach, bronzy peach with bronze shimmer. The tan lines, the darker shade, and the lighter shade is described as golden peach. Now let's swatch this. Very pigmented, reflective, guys. So that is Skinny Dip. Let me do brush swatches for that. Now this you can definitely see because this is lighter, and so it like since it's a lighter shade, it highlights my skin tone very well. The tan line shade is actually almost similar to my skin tone, so that's why it did not look very highlighted. So yeah, those are the two shades. Let me just show it to you side by side so that you can see the difference. So on top you have tan lines, and then that is skinny dip. So this is definitely a little bit darker than the skinny dip one. So formulation wise, guys, these are so good. Formulation wise and review wise, this is pretty short a video because I have nothing bad to say about these products. These two have very good formula. They are really good. They do not have any chunky glitters. They are extremely smooth to the touch. Usually Jouer's highlighter feels like it has a lot of dimethicone in it, and dimethicone is like the fourth ingredient here. So it's heavily laden with silicones, hence it's so smooth to touch and goes on the skin very smoothly. Easy to blend. It does not accentuate or emphasize any imperfections or bumps or fine lines you may have in the skin. Since this has a lot of dimethicone, it actually creates a beautiful layer on top of your skin, and actually I would say it actually hides your imperfections and creates a smooth layer here. I have skinny dip on this side, and then I have tan lines on this side of the cheek. So as you can see, skinny dip kind of looks more highlighted because it is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, as you can see, and it has gold tones to it, whereas tan lines has like strong brown tones, like bronzy tones to it. Now there is a shade called topaz in their permanent lineup. Jouer has a shade called topaz, which is also described as peach. So I just wanted to show like a small comparison. Well, it's not like a technical comparison because I do not have the shade topaz with me, but I did review that particular shade, but I ended up returning it, not because of any quality issues, because the quality was very good. It was also very smooth to touch and so soft and went on the skin beautifully. I had no problem. And if you didn't know, Jouer highlighters are very intense and metallic, and the formulation is powder, so it's not like it will like melt into your skin and become one with your skin. Powder highlighters, they are actually kind of obvious, like if you use powder highlighters, it would be obvious that you are wearing like product on top of your cheekbone, on top of your cheeks. So it's not like that powder gelée formulation where it melts with your skin and becomes one with your skin. Powder highlighters, it's not their nature. It will appear like you are wearing product on top of your cheeks, but the formulation is beautiful. It's very pigmented, no chunky glitters. It's very intense. You don't even need to like layer product or anything. Just one sweep across your cheeks, it goes on beautifully, guys. But one quick comparison, topaz is also described as peach. It's described as peachy gold with shimmer finish, and skinny dip is described as golden peach with shimmer finish. So peachy gold, golden peach, probably you could be confused. Should you really like rush in and buy this limited edition highlighter in, where's that, limited edition highlighter in skinny dip, or do you want to wait and buy the shade topaz in the permanent range whenever you want? So the thing is, I feel let me just disclose a very important thing to you. I do not have topaz with me, but when I bought it and used it, I swatched it. It was like 95, I wouldn't even say 95, 99% similar to Becca opal. Now I do have Becca's opal. It looks very the topaz shade looks very similar to this. As I said, like I would say 99% similar to Becca's opal. I have like a mini of Becca's opal. Let me just swatch it right next to skinny dip. As you can see, skinny dip has like golden tones to it, whereas this is almost what topaz looks like. Very similar to Becca's opal. So you see that this has more gold tones to it than what Jouer's topaz would look like. This is Becca's opal though. Don't want to confuse you guys. Anyways, again, I was going through my collection to see if I have something similar to the skinny dip. Now, this looks very similar to Prosecco Pop from Becca. This is skinny dip. Now, Prosecco Pop looks like it has more gold tones to it, and that is true when you swatch it next to this is skinny dip. I want to swatch Becca, right? Becca's Prosecco Pop right next to it. It looks very, very similar, guys, but Becca's Prosecco Pop has like more gold tones to it. It looks more yellow. So on the skin, it looks like a very, on deeper skin, it looks like a true pale gold rather than the, you know, like pale gold usually appears like white gold on deeper skin tones, but Prosecco Pop looks very like truly like a pale gold. But anyways, the one that I think is very close to skinny dip, I would say, is Becca's Prosecco Pop, and Jouer's topaz looks very, very similar to Becca's opal. So that's the kind of difference. If you have these shades, Becca's opal and Becca's Prosecco Pop, you would know the difference. If you don't, if you don't have own those shades, opal and Prosecco Pop, my explanation and the difference between Jouer's topaz and Jouer's skinny dip is Jouer's skinny dip has a lot more gold to it, and Jouer's topaz looks more like a white gold on deeper skin tone. Hope that helps, hope that makes sense. So in conclusion, the difference between topaz and skinny dip is skinny dip has a lot more gold tones to it, and both shades, skinny dip and tan lines, are very, very dark skin friendly. If you're deciding on what to get, if you're not sure, I would say shade wise both are flattering on deeper skin tone. Now highlighting wise, the shade tan lines doesn't exactly like highlight my skin. It does, it is intense and metallic and shimmery. That's why it looks very beautiful and it catches the light. But shade wise, it isn't, I don't think this is like very lighter than my skin tone. It has strong brown tones to it. And if you already own Jouer's topaz, the shade skinny dip is actually different, I would say. If you really need it, it's up to you. If you have, if you like gold toned highlighters, I think you would like skinny dip, even if you have topaz, because topaz doesn't have too much of gold tones. It looks more like a white gold on my skin tone. Hope that's not confusing and hope that helps. So all in all, I think these two highlighters are really of good quality. I did not like the one that Jouer came out last with. I think their rose gold collection, and that highlighter was called rose gold, and I did not like that. From what I saw, the formulation looked very similar. Actually, it was exactly the same, I think, to the ones in their original lineup, but that did not, I did not like that at all, both shade wise and as a product, as a formulation. I just did not like it. It wasn't intense, and it had chunky glitter in it, and it was kind of it wasn't so smooth, and it wasn't perfect as the ones that, as these two and the ones in their permanent lineup. So I think these two are amazing highlighters. Good price. $24 is a very good price for a highlighter. Of course, you don't get a lot of product. Now, for example, if you want to compare it with Becca's shimmering skin perfectors, that is $38 for, and they offer 8 grams of product, whereas this is only 4.5, but you only pay $24 for it. So I think the price is good. The quality of the product is very, very good, guys. And definitely, if you blend it, if you don't like intense highlighters, you can definitely blend these products, and it also blends very well. They don't like just stay put as intense highlighters. When you really apply a blush after you apply a highlighter and you blend them, it definitely blends down, and like it looks toned down, definitely. So yeah, all in all, the products are really, really good, very consistent with the ones in their permanent lineup. I would 100% recommend these products if you're looking to buy a good highlighter that is of a bronze tone and like a yellow gold toned one. So yeah, hope you guys found this video useful, and I think we've touched upon all the points that I wanted to convey you guys. So yeah, that's it, you guys. We've come to the end of this video, and thank you so much for watching, and please give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it, and please subscribe. Bye.